The more you try to keep me down and keep my head above the water, you can never hold me down. The more you try to block me out, that's where I kick the wall down. You can never hold me back. The more you try to put me out, the more I'll be blazing, it's too hot. The more you try to put me in the dirt, increase my work, the expert. You see the hunger in the eyes of a survivor. Swallowed my pride, washed down with some saliva. Reinvented my whole life, mental MacGyver. One door shut, another open up, brighter. Listen, battle drums in the distance.
Hey everybody, welcome to Pinecase Podcast, a podcast where music is our drug of choice. And today I had this really amazing moment. I got to hang out, go back, check out much music, and I realized that that's not what was happening. I actually was introduced to this lovely human being's music, and there's not much that takes you back to those intimate childhood memories of where you were first introduced to music. And I just really, really, really want you guys to understand how powerful that is when you go Spotify this music afterwards. So please, with a huge West Coast, warm, heartfelt welcome. Thank you, artist and culture leader, Cash. Dude.
Damn. Thank you so much. Honestly, it's an honor to be here. I'm super stoked. Yep. Just from what I've been briefed on your whole message and what you do this for and what the platform's about. I think it's a beautiful thing, and I'm happy to be able to, talk about it and hopefully help other people too. So
yeah. Today thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us. First of all, you're already so amazing. That little quick conversation that we had, I immediately felt like we had known each other forever. I don't know if that's a West Coast thing, or what, or similar life experience thing. Yeah. But man, okay, when I listen to your music today, I get sent, I got this privilege and honor of people sending me music. It's this such a blessing. But it kind of comes with this okay, here we go. Yep. We're going to get into this. And I kind of got to set the tone and the mood and
totally.
Do it. Today was the first time in a very long time, if maybe at all, that it was music that I hadn't heard before that actually put me into the mindset of discovering an artist like Post Malone. Remember when he came out and he
I'll never forget.
Did the video himself and took out loans and did the thing, and you knew that when you seen it because it came with so much passion and thoughtfulness and intention, integrity. That's how I felt today. That's
damn.
Yeah.
That's huge. Thank you so much.
No, you're more than welcome. And when artists actually put their music out, I feel like there's a lot of the times those artists don't take it to the streets. They don't take it to that position. They're these hidden gems that have kind of stuck away. We don't get to hear everybody, but you actually put it out, and now we get to be part of this process. I get to be part of this process, which feels like an absolute honor, even though I'm just in the audience, but it feels like an absolute honor. Can you bring us back, bring me back to where music became a passion of yours?
Yeah, fuck yes. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you so much. That's fucking insane, and I really appreciate that. It's taken me a long time to get confident, with my music, to be able to put it out. And even now, I have so much music that's unreleased. It's ridiculous. So this year is gonna go crazy. But yeah, music for me, it goes back to me being in the womb. My dad used to drum on my belly, and then I remember I don't remember the exact moment, but I really wanted to drum as a kid. Was so obsessed. And then honestly, watching School of Rock was big. I wanted to be that kid, that drummer. So I started drumming when I was I don't know, 8 or something like that.
Wow.
And I drummed all through school, and then high school. One of my first huge inspirations was Tyler, the Creator, actually. So I was super into Odd Future and then that just blew my mind when it came to writing and being super lyrical and how powerful the English language can be. So then I just I dove into there, and then started exploring older 90s boom bap hip hop, and then I was only into that shit, and then anything pop I was fuck that. But then it snowballed, and then I was wait a sec, that's actually super sick. And then my mind just kind of opened into everything, and you said, talking about Post Malone's huge, because huge inspiration of mine, and I think because he bleeds between genres so well, and that's what I pride myself into. Like, I mean, I started as a rapper, and a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, you're a good rap." Like, I don't consider myself a rapper. Like, can I rap? Absolutely. But
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I make music that is inspired by whatever the music makes me feel. Like, it also, like, I produce all my music too, so it starts from scratch. So like, whatever that chord progression evokes in me, that's the direction I'm going to take it in the song. So I don't like to box myself at all.
I feel like that's maybe what I'm experiencing then, because it's like
Right.
it's a complete thought, right? From beginning to
Mm-hmm.
end, it's your complete thought, and it feels that way. It feels full and and finished, like in a way that it's
Thank
not.
you.
Yeah, because you know how like some music's like good and it sounds polished, which it does, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
just. It's like there's substance to it that. Yeah, I don't want to use the word intentional because it's just like not strong enough. But when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, dude,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
good. Like, um, I would categorize it as pop music in the sense that it is
Right.
popular music and it invokes the same thing and it will be pushed into that space.
Mm-hmm.
Post Malone and 21 Savage, not 21 Savage, sorry, 21 Pilots. Oh my God, are you kidding me right
Okay.
now? I can't even say
I was like, I mean, yes, I love 21, but that's so
Yeah.
funny.
Did I mention it's exam week? Like, oh, my brain is just like gone.
Yeah.
It's wild, but that's the vibe, and it's I don't get to hear that very often done well. And I was like, I don't know,
Thank
either
you.
this dude comes from like a long like line of musicians, or he's just been like stowed away somewhere with like a bunch of a bunch of jewels, and he's like not hasn't come out for a while. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's really neat.
Well, I mean, a little bit of both. I mean, like my whole dad's side of the family, they're all musical, and like
Mm.
it's funny because like, so I have huge age gaps in my family. Like my three oldest brothers are in their 50s, and I'm 30,
Oh
so
wow.
it's like big age gap. But like my favorite band growing up was my brother Luke's band, so it was like, I had that heavy influence on me. But then I was always like, oh, I'm like the one Robinson who could never sing. So I was like, that's why I started rapping. And then
Yeah.
just kind of learned to train my voice and like found my voice, and like I think I'm a decent singer now, but like I think what you're feeling there, which is awesome that you can feel that, is like it's I don't write like it's hard to explain. It's like I reach out into this like a lot of other artists like I talk to can understand this. Is like there's this void that I like pull from, and like the feeling, the lyrics and the melody are all like one entity, and it's like I don't know how I learned to channel that, and like sometimes my channel's a bit tighter and sometimes it's wide open, and like the past year it's been like fucking wide open, so I've just been creating as much as I can. But the fact that it
Dude,
translates like on the other side is fucking awesome.
every amazing artist that I have had sit there, including like Mama Sherry, has had that's exactly how they explain it. And like my
Wow,
dad
that's
explained,
crazy.
yeah. And like,
That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. And my dad actually explained it to me like that when I was a kid. He's just like, oh, I just like put my antenna up and like
Yeah,
catch the like it's like he like dips it into like this stream kind of thing. And I was just like, what are you talking about? Right. Um,
100%.
but I've heard this over and over and over again. And so oh, that's so fascinating, dude. Like that's
That's
so
that to me,
freaking
that's even
neat.
more fascinating because like I until this year, like talking with other artists, like not that I haven't talked to artists before this year, but like hearing other people say the same thing, like I thought it was like a personal thing. So the fact that other people are experiencing the same thing is so cool. And like, I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know how spiritual anyone is, but like there's got to be something there if we're all tuning into that. Like music is such a fucking powerful thing. It's like if we have antennas that we can put up to catch that creativity, and like other people are doing it too, there's something there.
I feel like it goes like hand in hand with like meditation and things like that. Like there is
Mm-hmm.
it because it seems intentional, right? If you're not a musician or you're not a writer or you're not an artist, you don't sit there long enough or think about those things long enough to like get to that like frequency or vibration or whatever it is. It like
Right.
seems like the people that exercise that piece of their brain over and over and over and over again get to this like like the temple at the top of the hill
Totally.
almost, where you're like, oh, okay, you get this
100%.
privilege into this other vortex over here that like the rest of us commoners like don't get to be a part of.
No, you can.
Yeah.
You gotta train it. But I mean, I mean, music is my biggest addiction, and like I think that's why. Because like, I mean, I have artists. I mean, this is kind of derailing, but like artists, I work with artists a lot. Like I write for artists, and I mix and produce for them as well. But sometimes like I can tell that they aren't as passionate, and like I'm not saying to like change your mindset or whatever. I just personally can't help but be passionate about it. Like I can't wait to make more music. Like I feed off of it, and it's the coolest thing ever to like, hear something in your head and be able to bring it out into something tangible. But like that is like I feed off of that. So like being able to, and especially being able to do the whole process like start to finish, is like it's such a cool thing to like pull all that out and have like this little baby that you can listen back to and be like, damn, I did that.
It's
and
so
hopefully
neat.
other people can hear it too and enjoy
It's
it.
so it's fascinating to think that you get to like have a piece of each part of the project, because you don't have to sit there and explain it to somebody else. You're not like, hey, okay, what I need from you is, I'm going to need you to think like this, or I'm going to need you to like, turn the lights down and like catch a vibe with me here. Right. Like like that, the production piece of it, is so intimate to even try to get to that place. So to be able to have creative control over it from like the beginning to the end, I think it's just really neat. I mean, obviously not everybody has that skill or time to be able to do that, because that's also like, it's a lot. But I don't know, dude. I don't even know where to go with the conversation with that, because I just think that those people should have to identify themselves in more ways than just in the credits. You know what I'm saying? Like, feel like just like the old stickers. Actually, I have one stuck to my wall right here.
Yeah,
that are like,
that.
Right? It's like
advisory.
Yeah, like it should be like that. It should be like, okay, this is like a solo project from like start to finish, and we even picked out the art, and then be like, oh yeah, that one's worth $25 for sure. We're not gonna go and stream this one. We got to like purchase this one like old school and do the thing and like buy a poster,
Yeah, well, they had a system like that. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, like where's that system at?
Like on Spotify, it's like, oh, this one, like it has like a check mark, like this artist did all the work.
Oh my god, that's how you get verified. That's what makes you verified.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
No, but like, shouldn't that be the standard though? Like, I'm not even like trying to be like facetious. It's like, shouldn't that be the standard? I mean, obviously, some projects like they need to have that many people on, and not, especially when you're talking about like big instrument bands and things like that. Obviously, not everyone's there laying a track over a track over a track. Like you'd be there for 900 years or whatever. So I understand like and people like, Andre 3000, who's like with, you look at his flute music and stuff like that. Now it's like, dude, you need to have like that many people in that space to create that feeling. But I do think that we should bring back the conversation around it more. Like, how do we identify the people that are serious over the people who are just kind of like, I don't want to say that they're not taking it as serious. I just think that it's the next level. I don't even mean to be offensive to people, but it's like, it's next level when you're like embedded in it like that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Like, thank you for saying that. You got me thinking too, because it's like, I don't know. It's such a saturated industry, so it would be interesting to be able to like separate, but then it's like, it's so hard to put a box on that, because art is art, right? So it's like, who's to say? But for me personally, it's like I get a lot more joy out of doing that. But I only started producing like 5 years ago. And before that, it was like YouTube beats, and then my friend 2017 hooked me up with one of his producers. So I would record over. I was mixing my own vocals then, not very well, but and then I would send him my vocals, and he would get a producer to make a beat around it. So that was the coolest thing. I was like, oh, okay, now this is something I own. And it was like super exciting to hear that. And then that was cool. But then I started, because that was an option, I started to like, hear the song differently and be like, oh, what if you could do this? But then there's so much back and forth and like waiting, if I had like a suggestion, and like maybe he didn't hear it how I heard it in my head, and then it comes out differently. And then one year I was like, during COVID, I had Christmas alone. I never had that before. And I was like, my first time having a week off too, because all my other jobs before that, it was like blackout period. I had to fucking work. So then I was like, fuck it. Like, if there's one thing I can commit to, it's gonna like be producing music. So I was like, from that moment, I was like, everything I make here, like from here on out, it's just gonna be produced by me, even if it's just starting it with like a bunch of loops stacked on top of each other. And then I committed to it, and it worked out really well. So if there's any artists in the chat, you're seeing this like live or later when you're looking back, look up some samples and just fuck around and figure it out. It doesn't matter if it sucks, because it's gonna feel really good, and then you're gonna fucking love how that felt and chase that until you get way better at it. So yeah.
Sound advice, literally sound advice. Actually, speaking of the chat, like, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. We see you in the comments.
Yes.
Some awesome people in there. Cypher Sick, who was just hanging out with us the other night, actually, and Jordan and everybody in there. Calico, thank you for taking care of all the awesome, amazing supporters in the comment section. You guys take care of each other, and stay safe. We'll catch up with you guys in a few more moments here.
Absolutely. I want to shout out first Bear, thank you for joining. Blue Naughty, thank you. And my brother Maddie's in there too. Love you all. He's the one who said that comment. That's all true.
Amazing. Yes. Love it. No, support it's everything, right? It's the reason why we're here. It's the reason why artists are able to like make music, and not, people don't have to take the time another day to come and hang out over here with us. They could be doing anything else, but they're not. And so, it's just like totally wicked of them to take the time to come and kick it and hang out for an hour or so on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Yeah. Hell yeah. And honestly, we got like across the states down there. Like, we got a few different, there's like an East Coast, like USA, we got West Coast USA, got West Coast Canada. So like, we're just like, yeah, we got a little reach tonight. Yeah.
Let's go.
That's fine. Yeah. Super exciting. So that, I think that's like sound advice. I think it's important to like take that leap, because people are so scared of like looking a certain way, or like, oh, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to look stupid in front of my friends, or I'm going to look, or I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I literally have a controller sitting here that's been sitting here for like a year. That like I haven't taken the time to like call someone and be like, can you please walk me through the programming so that I can do this? But we procrastinate. Also, like, it's not that it's embarrassing, because I don't got shame like that, but it can be sometimes. It can be like a tall order to like reach out and to like say something about it. So I think it's important to like encourage people to go try something new and like be uncomfortable for a minute, because it's like worth it in the end,
Absolutely. Put yourself out there. You never know what's going to happen, even if it's something small. I mean, I'm bad for that. I can't even music wise, totally. But like, there's lots of shit in my life where I'm like, I fall into that same trap where I'm like, oh no, I'll deal with that later. And then I'm like, fuck, should have dealt with that in the fucking moment, or took hold of it by myself. But that principle can take you far. So,
dude,
I'm giving myself that advice right now. So.
No, like, listen,
It's just for me too.
The procrastination and people pleasing thing, like, I've been writing it down. I've been taking it in. I've been like, do I like write it on the wall? You know how people write like, I am enough, right? On the mirror and stuff. I'm like, I need to take it with like this amount of seriousness, because it's not that I'm not accomplishing things. Like, it's every day we're moving through it. But I can absolutely come up with a reason not to. No problem.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Like, oh, I stubbed my toe. I guess I'm going to not do these 10 things today. Like,
exactly. Totally justified.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean? I obviously need a cast. Like, can't you tell?
Yeah, clearly I'm going to be bedridden for a week. So. No, it's so true. I talked, I call it like my fuck it's, where it's like, and they've led me into really bad places, and like that mindset of just being like, oh fuck it, I'll do it later, it's really fucked me up. I call it my kerfuckle pile of fuck it's. Like, fucked me. Yeah. So I'm trying to unfuck that pile right now. Quote that.
Yeah, I was like, there's the t-shirt, like there's the bumper sticker, honestly, and the t-shirt.
That might be my next album.
Yeah, that's great. That would fly. Like, that would fly, because we're all there, dude. Like, it's so tough. Like, first of all, we're supposed to be a certain way, because that's how we like understand like society. And I'm not even trying to be like, oh, the government, blah, blah. I'm not even going there. I just mean like,
But
because
facts.
my friends act like this and I feel like I need to be like
Mhm.
this, and then I'm gonna hit these milestones at a certain, you know, phase and all this stuff. And then it's like, then you stack on top of like the daily routine into there and like all this stuff. Like I just don't even know where people find the time to actually like function.
I
I don't
know.
want to, you know, like, dude,
I
what?
totally do.
These people out here jogging are next
Yeah,
level. Like
yeah.
that's like next level
Respect.
humaning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. I have so much respect for people that make the time to do stuff like that. And
Right?
there's social structures that have been around forever, and then now they're just like printed, pasted in our face on social media. So it's like it's enforced on a whole other level to like want to be the way someone else is, or like how you think that you should be. So it's really hard. And I have so much respect for anybody who can kind of like make their own lane, because it's like it's almost impossible. So shout out to anyone who can do that. I'm still working on that. So
Yeah. The age of the influencer, like
totally.
it's hard. It's hard to even think there was life before influencers, man. Like we lived
I
life
know.
like quite well actually before they existed. Like what
Well, I'm
water
glad
would
you
I
brought
drink
up
though?
much music. Yeah, well, yeah,
Oh,
true. But before that, it was like MTV for me. Like I was like,
yeah.
go to MTV, and then the early days of YouTube. But yeah, influencers. It's a crazy world, but then at the same time, like I depend on social media to find reach, right? Like we wouldn't be connected
Nope.
if it wasn't for that, and like TikTok. I mean, this is a whole other thing, but like, you know, the whole artist profile and like having it. I love making music. I do this, and like, there's a really fun creative aspect to making content. But then when it feels like work, or you're like you have to schedule it. But I know I have to do that, and like, which is something I'm working on. Which is I was in the coaching call before this, is trying to figure out how I can do that in a way that works for me.
Mm.
But it's such a strange thing. But I'm also like, I have to be appreciative, because like I had a video go viral on TikTok like a few years ago, and like all of these doors opened up for me, and like I'm still getting a major ripple effect from that one video. That's like, and it's actually like mind blowing, because it was life changing. So it's like, you know, as shitty of a platform it is, like it can be a gold mine at the same time. So it's like, yeah, it's all the perspective, I guess.
Totally. I think having access to each other is so valuable. You know, I think being
Mm-hmm.
able to like go in, and then also like it is our like CD cover, our album cover, right? It's like
Right.
the being able to pick up, it's like you can go in and check, see what people are about and things like that. So I think it's a really neat tool to have, and then also
Mm-hmm.
obviously to be able to like put something out there and have people access it like that easy, because trying to get shit played on Much Music or MTV back in the day, or even radio stations, was like a tall order for a lot of people. I mean,
Totally.
you know, like people would be
Mm-hmm.
outside Toronto like playing all day, trying to just be seen for 5 seconds in the background of like a speaker's corner or something like that. And so
Exactly.
yeah, so it's nice to be able to like prorate that piece of it. I think it's super important. It's your music though actually made me feel like I was back in that space again. And that's why I brought it up, because there was something that happened that you had to wait, because we didn't have access to music the way we
Right.
do now, or we didn't have access to the artist the way that we do now. You would
Mm-hmm.
wait all day sometimes to hear a certain song, and it
Right.
made it
Totally.
feel like really special, right? And you'd freak out because it was just like, oh, it's
Yeah.
on, like everyone like shut up, like, you know, and it was like this
Yeah.
big moment. And like that's going into listening to music today, like that was the experience that I had. I was just like, holy shit, shut up everyone, like hold on, turn it up,
That's so
you know?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not get that response? I feel like that's like that is the response to that though. Do people must not, well, I'm not saying they
I
don't share it
do.
with you, I just mean like you must hear this all the time, because like
I have great feedback from people.
yeah.
I'm not gonna deny that, and it's what helps me, you know, stay motivated. But like I find it's mainly from people are like fresh friends,
Okay.
or like, you know, new artists and stuff that I work with, or people I meet in the industry. But like I find out like a lot of people I've known me forever are like have the quietest voices when it comes to supporting, which is,
Yeah.
you know, a whole topic on its own, which I don't know. I just find it interesting. I'm not hating on any of them because I totally get it. Like, they all have their own lives to live, and like, I'm not expecting them to be like on it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's just funny when people are like, "Oh man, I love your music. It's great," and then they're like, "You should release something new," and I'm like, "I did." You know what I mean? It's like, but I did though. Yeah.
That's actually so funny. I feel like I live in that space quite a bit. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks, guys. I only like, because you can't tag everyone in it. And if you send it out to everyone individually, it's like it feels like stalking or something. Like there's like
Yeah,
a,
exactly. Like shoving it down their throats. Like,
yeah, there's like a way to
yeah.
do it. But then it's like, look at this thing I spent out like days, sweat equity. I didn't eat, man. I haven't even. I'm still in the same clothes. Like, can you just like please like share it a little bit?
2 minutes.
Yeah,
30 seconds of your time, sir.
Yeah, totally. So funny. And it's always like the thing. I made like some weird little thing the other day, and I looked at it and it had like 700 likes or something. So I was like, why though? Like I didn't even, but it was like, but it's always the crap. Like I shouldn't say the crap. It's always the things that I'm like, I just need to get that out of the way so I can move on with when it's not like art. Like I don't have to, I shouldn't say I don't have to worry as much, but I guess like the information is important because I'm like, okay, what is PTSD or what is COPD? It's like these are just facts. It doesn't need to be that crazy. Just like put out the post, people know what the thought of the day or whatever, like, but it's just like some of it is just like, I don't know, man, does anyone actually care? Like, why am I like driving home early, like trying to get this done or stressing over like the red lights to try and get like, no one, it's not even that big of a deal. And then this one scaggly old little thing just like
goes crazy.
Yeah.
I know
like,
that happens all the time. It's like something that I put hours into editing. I'm almost like in this, like, I'm like, what's the point? It's not going to hit. And then it's the ones like I had a podcast before and like throwing up clips. And then like one that we just did, I just said a joke and then it got like 5 million views on Instagram, which is crazy.
Oh, dang. What?
And it was like, it just blew the fuck up. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I just said a joke. Like one of my staff members told me at work. And apparently Bobby Lee.
That's amazing.
Excuse me. Bobby Lee said the same joke as I did on his podcast like years prior. So everyone was hating in the comments. Like I was getting like death threats from people. They're like, "You piece of shit, you don't know comedy" or something. And I was like, brother, like, have you ever said an original joke? Like it happens, but like a lot of the time someone tells you a joke, you tell your friends, and that's what I just did. So shut the fuck up. But all of their hate like fueled the algorithm. So I'm like super grateful for all of them. Talk your shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Sorry, that sounded like I was gassing myself up, but I was just
dude, gas yourself. This is what we're here to do. Like this is what you're doing is so amazing. What you do is so amazing, and like you should talk about yourself. Like, dude, are you kidding me? I seen your freaking artwork. Like, what the hell? So not only are you a musician, but you're also an artist. Like, artist. Can we talk about the pencil drawing? I mean, drawings. Sorry, like, where the hell does this come from? Like,
also, sorry, I think my mom's in here, but my dad's side.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, my grandma was like a pretty infamous painter, and like on all like her aunt and stuff as well, who was also a musician. And then my dad, he's an artist. Like I'm in his house right now, and there's art like all over this house. He has a studio for it. Like so, I've been surrounded by it for my whole life. So like hand in hand, music and art were like the same world for me. And like I've been drawing and painting since I was a kid. And then like I was obsessed with snowboarding and skiing, and like I would just take magazine covers and then draw the cover, and then just got obsessed with that, like the same way that I get obsessed with music. So then I was drawing every fucking day. Like sometimes in class, like I would write like a test, but then also have like a full-on drawing like on the test and shit. And like teachers would be like deducting marks for it and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just got obsessed with like realism, and like I thank my grandma for getting those skills. But yeah. I don't know. I love it the same way. I don't do it as much as I should at all, but it did help translate into like graphic design, and I do logo work and stuff like that. So like the eye for composition and stuff like that is definitely still being put to work. But yeah, I do love drawing.
It's really neat when you see somebody that like, because if the music doesn't pan out, then you have all these other pieces. And I know like the elders in my family that like love the music industry so much would like push, to do that. Like, okay, make sure that you can also do a business piece of it, and make sure you can also like,
Right.
do up your own posters, and make sure you can also do that. And like, yeah, dude, you're just like the all-arounder. Hey, like, what is that? Like the I don't even mean to be like super flattering, but it's just like really cool to see. And also,
Thank you.
yeah. What inspires like the art? What inspires your art?
I mean, for a long time, it was like the end product.
Yeah.
So like being able to draw something and make it look as close to it did in real life was like the drive. And then I went to university for drawing and painting and digital image design. So I got to, broaden my horizons. And I had a really cool teacher in second year, Dar, and she was like, "Okay, boy, we need to fucking break away this realism bullshit." And I was like, "No, it's like the one thing I'm good at." And then so she forced me for a whole semester to not paint anything that resembled anything in real life, and not use any conventional like tool. So like no paintbrush, no pencil. So I spent a whole semester like shattering everything I knew about art. And then it just kind of like exploded into this whole other, meaning for me. So like, then it really became about like color theory and composition, and like that, like I see it everywhere I go, and it's almost like a blessing and a curse. But like I'm seeing my eyes through like a camera lens, like, I frame everything, crop it with my eyes and stuff. But yeah, so composition is huge, and then now it's like I'm fairly good with the digital image design, but then like another one of those things like being like, fuck it, I'll learn how to do that properly later. So then I'm cutting all these corners and like doing shit not the way you should be doing it. So I'm telling myself right now I gotta switch that up and learn how to use this stuff properly. But I think once I can figure that out and those tools, then I can really like make the art that I want to make. But
yeah, totally. What are mediums that you used that weren't like conventional like mediums or tools?
Well, it'd be like a crumpled piece of paper or like a stick or anything. And like I was painting on canvas still, and a lot of most of it was acrylic and then ink. But I would like just like wash over with some like a paper towel or something, and then like crumple a piece of paper in ink and then see like what shapes it made, and then I would tie those in like with ink after and kind of like form it into something. Like it wasn't something in real life. It was abstract 100%, but it was like being able to tie it all together in like a nice composition. I would use a pen at the end. That was one rule. I was like, I gotta be able to use that to have some control. Some control, but yeah, just random objects.
That's so cool. It's so neat that that you had like an instructor that pushed you a little bit, right? Like, so we get so comfortable in what works, but to like have to push yourself outside of that and like see what happens. I think that should actually be part of like the like I talk about it all the time on the show, but like grade 10 cap class where you learn like well, nothing practical other than like sex ed, I guess, but we should add like taxes into that space, and then also like
100%.
Like breathing techniques, and then
totally
everyone should be give like a composition book and like a sketchbook, and like here this is what you need for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. So many people say they aren't artists, but I'm like, that's not. I think everyone is an artist. And like they just, they have their own avenues, but like you don't have to be a good drawer to fucking paint something that's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like I know, like I follow artists all the time that are like can't draw, can barely draw a stick figure, but then they have this like really captivating piece, and then they have a story behind it. Like that's so cool to me. So yeah, just make art, do it. It's cool.
Yeah, make art everywhere too. I always find like these blue collar dudes that are like, what do you mean art, blah, blah, blah. But then like, can build a house and like pick out like colors and shapes and spaces. And like they, build a room, like it's like ergonomical and like feng shui, but they have no idea what either of those words mean. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's totally art though. Like
I work with those guys every day.
Every day.
You know what's funny? Like kind of similar but different. I was talking about this like a couple weeks ago. Like all like the dropouts in school who like dealt drugs, like they were like math. What the fuck's that? But then they're like, this is how you can cut a quarter, and like it's like, how do you know the math there? I'm
Dude.
like, you know exactly how much profit to make off a fucking quarter ounce, but like you can't do that in a fraction on paper, and it's hilarious to me.
When
They're
I
like
tell
math
you
whizzes.
that every single drug dealer would make a wicked car salesman, or
100%.
like, yeah, I'm like, okay, hold on, but you actually do know these things, and you can like Rolodex the information, the person, the location, what they were wearing, what's up. It's like, dude, that's
100%.
exactly what you need to be like a good. Well, you could sell anything. These people do sell anything. Like
I know.
that's.
They have all the
transferable
skills to make like a really nice living off something legal, and they're just doing it illegally.
Yeah.
So true, though.
It's because it's the luxury market, though. Like there is a luxury economy that comes with drug dealing that not only does it support most communities and allows like servers, we just talked about this on our last show actually, that like supports, you know, servers and hairdressers and things like that, right? Like the tip money is important, and even if you know people don't want to acknowledge it, that's how it goes. That's 20% of a lot of people's income comes really like luxury income, right? Or luxury economy. And so it's important, but it's also like the thrill that comes with it. Like we are under stimulated human beings right now. We live in this like super, I guess there's always been drug dealers, but like there's like this thing that happens that when you're doing something that maybe that you're not supposed to be doing and getting away with it, and it intrigues a different part of your brain. Yeah, it's a thrill. But there's other ways you could accomplish that. And so if we could get these dudes highlight their skills into like some sort of portfolio or resume, and then like send them skydiving like once a month, I feel like we could probably solve like most of the world's problems, right? Like
totally.
Yeah.
100%.
Guys, just head to Nanaimo and go bungee jumping and like deal with that, like, you know, deficit, and then get back to work. Go pay your taxes. Go sell some Mazdas, you know? Like
absolutely. Let's get those fucking caravans out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Moms need their vans, guys. Like, let's go.
Absolutely.
And in the same way that I think that we should, you know, bring value to the homeless population. Why aren't these people volunteering? Not even like picking up garbage, but like give them a purpose, give them a mission, give them, you know, when I worked at the Tide Mark in Camp River, we had talked about having them as what's the word I'm looking for? Not stewards, but ambassadors.
Right.
Ambassadors of arts and culture spaces. I mean, nobody gets down like they do. They dance in appropriate times. Like, you know, they support. I always see them downtown when there's like outside festivals and stuff. They're already there. So change the narrative about what they're doing in those spaces and allow them to participate in a way that also makes them feel good. Like
that's huge.
But why aren't we doing that? Like, why don't we support people, especially in like the summertime and things like that, when we're all outside anyways? I've seen so many people get like shut out. Like, oh, you can't come into this festival to get free public access water or a bathroom because you're not welcome. It's like, what, dude? Yeah. Why? Like, why doesn't that person like give them a t-shirt?
Yeah. They're reinforcing that system. And it's like, how do you expect anything to change in a positive light if you're just fucking shoving it down? It's true. I mean, you're opening my eyes too, because like, I mean, there's a stigma around homeless people. So I think if that environment can change, it can help that stigma from people who don't even realize they're being affected by it. You know what I mean? If they see them in those different spaces, then without even knowing that was the intention, it could help change the way they look at homeless people. So I think that's really smart.
Well, I 100% trust a carny for absolutely no reason with my kids' life, like once a year.
Yeah,
I'm like,
true.
Oh yeah, that guy. This is totally a reasonable and safe situation.
Travis.
Like, great guy. Like, Right?
Yeah.
So with that same idea, like give them a shirt that like is branded and
Right.
allows them to be part of the team. Tell me that person doesn't show up like 95% of the time. I
Yeah.
guarantee
Facts.
it, dude. Out
Facts.
of anything else but like just to fill the flipping day. Like,
Yeah. Totally.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
they're human
Damn.
beings.
Yeah. No, you're cooking. I'm actually like, wow.
Every
That's
time I go
inspiring.
downtown, these people, and I don't even mean like these people, like I'm not trying to get canceled like Don Cherry or
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
like that, but I just mean like, you know, like humans in general just want to have a goddamn conversation. They just want to
Totally.
chat and feel seen and feel heard and
Yeah.
not feel like the other thing. And I think
Yeah.
music provides that space for people. I think music
Absolutely.
inherently is communal and it changes the atmosphere, right? If you take
Mm-hmm.
music out of pretty much anything, like a wedding, a funeral, a graduation, anything, any of those things, it's fucking weird. Pardon my language. It is
Yeah. No,
weird.
it is. Yeah.
Like all
Absolutely.
this, right? It becomes like ritualistic almost. Those situations
Mm-hmm.
look really bizarre and borderlining like not, I don't want to say unhealthy, but like unusual. It's
Totally.
right.
Have you seen music videos where people take out the music and they just have like their feet scuffling? It's like it's comedic because it's like what the like people have taken
Right.
like I don't know, like David Bowie or something like or like scenes from a movie where they're dancing like Dirty Dancing and they like take out all of the music, so you just hear people grunting and like their feet scuffling and shit, and it's like super weird. But it's like
Dude,
with
what?
music,
No,
it's
I
like
gotta
you
check
don't.
this out.
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
like it's a juxtaposition. It makes you feel super uncomfortable. But it's true. Like music is super powerful because like those things they're accompanied together, and like if they're separated, it's fucking strange. But yeah,
It is
so
so
super
then
strange.
we need like where is when you go to like Jamaica or somewhere, there's like music bumping like publicly everywhere. And I think
Everywhere,
that
yeah.
and I think that's why they're more relaxed. I mean, the weed, yeah, for sure, but like just as a
Helps.
culture, yeah, it helps, right? But it's also like the culture because there's just music, there's sound everywhere, so there is no awkward, quiet moments between people. It doesn't exist. There's like always sound, and
yeah.
I think we need to bring it to the streets. I think we need to bring it to the institutions. I think that if we lit some of these spaces up and even added food, like, I've gone to some of these encampments that have been torn out and stuff like that. It's like, if you bring like some food and some tunes and a soccer ball, like I'll waste a whole day down there just hanging out. Yeah. Yeah.
Roof. Yeah. Absolutely. It's funny. Kind of on the same topic, but my high school, we had a principal in like my latter half, like grade 11, grade 12, who decided to just change like it was a different national anthem. It was the Canadian anthem, but like a remix.
Okay.
Each day of the week.
Yeah.
And at first everyone was clowning it, but like looking back, I'm like, that was fucking sick. Like he switched it up and he changed like you're starting your day off with the national anthem, and it's like you have like a techno version. And it got people talking, and it was like, it's a pretty cool idea, and I think that was pretty smart of him. Like, kind of changed the whole environment. So, yeah.
Dude, that's so innovative and like good and brave. Like, how brave. I mean, trying to like convince. You already know there's like an old secretary that was like not having it, right? Like, we're not doing that. We've done this for 500 years that I've been whatever. It's like to like push, right? Like push boundaries like that is like that's so cool. But it goes to show like how powerful like that one thing can be. And I don't know why we've failed our society a little bit in that way. I think that there is like so much room and opportunity to highlight all these amazing artists like yourself. In a way that's like also supportive to the communities that live in those spaces, like create more stages, create more outdoor spaces. And then people are like, well, but then homeless people go there. I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, cool. Then
at least they have something that's productive.
Yeah, totally. Like at least they're like helping out and like being part of it. And I don't know. I've seen even with like, with kids, if you bring if you make them part of the situation, then they become the situation, right? You're like, hey, get over here and help cook the spaghetti dinner. Now all of a sudden they're setting the table and they're presenting the food, and they're like,
that's a core memory that they
yeah. It's so true.
Yeah.
For kids, it's like, yeah. It's like slave labor, but
Like,
core memory,
I've had
totally.
7 core memories this week, Mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Out of the core memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here with your core memories.
But no, it's so true. Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. Couldn't agree more.
That's so funny.
Sorry, I'm bad for that. Fucking being a really serious topic, and if I think of a joke, I'm like, taking the risk. I'm gonna say it, whether it fucking ruins the vibe or not.
Dude, no, my kid 100% is like, I am over this shit. He's like 12 and like doesn't care anymore. Yeah. I'm like, but wait a second, right? Because I got like a younger kid who's like 2, so we're like still like doing fun Paw Patrol shit, and Ryan's just like, okay. I'll take my plate in my room, thanks. Like, whatever. Fucking Roblox, so like,
that's too good. But music is so important, and I think, I mean, for every facet in life, like I think introducing it in other places that you don't normally see it is like super important, and like the amount that it's done for me and like shaped who I am is crazy. Like listening to music made me who I am, and then like making music made me discover more about who I am than I ever could have if I didn't, make it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll write a song and be like, what the fuck? Where'd that come from? And like my dad is he's a genius, and he makes music as well. But I'll make a song and I'll show him, and then he'll let it sit for a while and then be like, do you realize it's talking about this in your life? And then I see my own lyrics in a whole different light. And I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm talking about. But I didn't write it with that intention, which is such a fucking wild, cool thing to be able to do to yourself. So it's pretty beautiful.
That's the thing, because I've had that with music, like where I'm like, oh, I know what this song is to me, like vice versa. By Pastor Troy is one of those songs for me. I don't know if you ever heard it, but it's like,
I don't think I have.
Okay, it's like one of these. I'll send it to you after.
Okay,
like everyone's got to check it out. Like vice versa, Pastor Troy. It's amazing. Anyways, I thought I knew what that song was when I was a kid. I wrote it down. I dissected it. I pulled it all apart. I put it back together. Like the pause, play song. Like it was like that song.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And I tore it up, and then years later. Yeah, it's wild because actually now that I think about it, so that disc would like show up at my house like a burnt CD, and I thought it was given to me by somebody else intentionally. So that song itself I thought meant something different, and so I would like obsessed over it because of the person that I thought that it came from, even.
Right.
Only to find out like 20 years later, I go to put it on, and the other brother knows every lyric to the song.
Right.
And he's like, how'd you know this? Oh, when I was younger, I lost this CD somewhere. And I was like,
whoa,
wait a minute, which completely changed how not only did I feel about the song, but also what it meant to me. And so, and then of course, like 20 years later, even listening to it just straight up meant something else because I've experienced different things and we're at a different place and like whatever. But to be responsible for the lyrics and to have that happen is like, it's so freaking neat, right? Like what a cool thing.
Yeah, it's a very special, like transcending thing. And it's like, it's really hard to like put in words, funny enough, because that's what it is doing, putting in words, but that feeling of like discovering what you wrote about like to yourself is like such a trippy, fun experience. Another thing that just adds fuel to my creative fire,
Yeah.
But then I'll always recommend to people, like, don't, like, it's fun to, look for a topic and then write about it. But my best music comes from like my best songs I've written in 5 minutes. It was my little boy Coco. But it's because I I didn't have like an intention and put myself in a box, and like whatever the music spoke to me will lead that, lead the narrative. But like, I've said some of the most like profound things about my life experience without even like knowing I did until after. And then I was like, oh my God, like that's crazy.
What's your favorite lyric? Like, what's your favorite like couple of bars that you like wrote down? Doesn't even have to be in a song, like a published song.
Fuck, that's so tricky to me, honestly. I would say just the whole song "Thought Trains" that I wrote is one of my favorites, and it just that song is like just hits me to the core. I don't know, because I don't want to like even if I say one for people to like hold that as the standard of my best lyric. Not that I should really care what other people think, but like it's so hard to dissect. I mean, one song I said, I carry on, I hope the baggage can fit, because sometimes it's hard to leave the past where it is. And I think that's pretty cool, because it's like, it's boxing metaphors. Like, I carry on with my life, but like carrying on luggage, I hope the baggage can fit, like my personal baggage. Sometimes it's hard to leave the past where it is. I think that was pretty cool.
It is really cool. That stuck out to me today when I was listening to it, and I was like, "This song is fucking gangster shit."
Yeah.
That's interesting that's what you picked, because I second that 100%. I actually have that. Hold on, I'm gonna drop it in the comments for everybody because I had that one queued up. It's just like, dude, this song's a freaking banger. Like, this is amazing. It's not even a banger in like a gangster way. It's like a positive. It's like a roll the windows down and like let the fresh air in, and like let me just like think by myself for a minute. And it doesn't I don't need to like trip over my own feet or like have a bad day. Like, I'm just gonna like be selfish and take this like couple of minutes to myself to like run some shit through my mind. And like that's how the song felt to me. And I really as a consumer of it, like I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it to everybody. Yeah.
That was a little piece of therapy for sure.
Yeah, that's really cool. So then who's Dizzy to you then? Like, where does that dude come? What's that? Who's that?
So yeah, I mean that's awesome that you just brought that up. He's an artist I just started working with, and like again, this all kind of stems back to that one video that went viral, and like I can go into detail on that whole situation too if you want, but
yeah, for sure.
Ever since then it linked me up with like a few bigger social media people. Like, I don't know if you know who Sideneck is.
No, not off the top of my head.
He's like one of my best friends, but I met him through that video. So that video blew up, and then a videographer who was working with another artist linked us together. We ended up having a falling out, which really sucks. But then he was working with another person who was working with Sideneck, and then it was like all these doors opened up. And then Sideneck put me in touch with Dizzy, who was also, we also have another mutual. And like I'd reached out to him a little while ago when his stuff started first blowing up. Because he's only had music out for a year as that handle. Because he used to be District Apollo, and then created a new persona with a new brand as Dizzy is Dead. But yeah, then I got linked because he was looking for production. So then I started putting a beat. They were sending him a package of beats, but then I also just like wrote songs for him. I was like, if you want these, you can have these. So then we've been working together as a team, which has been super cool. Like, instantly became like great friends, and then we have like a whole bunch of stuff planned out this year. Like, we want to work with MGK and like Travis Barker, which would be crazy.
Amazing. Yeah.
We want to go do like a North America tour or something like that, and like we're opening for Mercury's on the 30th, so
beautiful.
It's pretty exciting, yeah.
But so the two of you together is it. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I was like, holy shit, this is so cool. Like,
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's really neat. That's how that's going. And congratulations on all of this new stuff. I mean, like, Merc's pretty amazing, and like NPK's and like all that's super. Yeah, congrats to all that.
Thank you. Yeah, I've known Merc for almost 3 years now, and like we became pretty close friends as well. So it's pretty cool to be able to have that experience and like go to work and like some guys there like showing me Merc's videos on their phone. and like it was obsessed, and I'm like, I've slept on his couch. Like it's such a trippy experience, you know what I mean? I'm like, so wild.
That's funny. You're like, oh, that guy. No
Yeah, I'm
big
like,
deal.
no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Merc is one of the most fucking. He has the biggest heart out of anyone. Like, especially for his status, like it's crazy. And like going around with him and like seeing how he's like speaking of mental health, like people going up to him in tears, being like, "You changed my life." But then he takes the time every time to talk to them and let them know how much he appreciates them, and like that helped me, put things in perspective for like my career going forwards. So like he kind of shaped that path for me. So I'm pretty grateful. And he's witty as fuck, hilarious, and you will never win in a diss battle with him. So don't ever try. He'll rip you apart.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I remember him hanging out with like Jakin and like Snack,
Yeah.
Bird One, and like those boys, like way back over on the mainland. And like,
Yeah.
I don't even really know. There was, I mean, I guess Stomp Down was like happening, but it wasn't what it is now. I don't even think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were talking about a bunch of dudes like hanging out in like Shop Wrong, like, pressing tees and shit like that. And
yeah,
you want,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the inspiring thing about it all. And yeah, Snack actually, I opened for him once, and then there was a music promoter there, and then he ended up bringing me on to one of his shows, and that was one of the first live shows I did was opening for Snack.
Wow.
And then he was like, dude, we need you like on a bunch of other shows. And then I ended up doing like, I think it was like 20 shows over the next like 14 months or something like that. Like banged out a bunch of shows and like opened for Chaos at three of his venues on the West Coast tour, which was really cool. The connections, like put yourself out there, because like you never know, and like make yourself available, say yes, and then just like do it, because like I wouldn't be sitting here right now probably, because like that's how I met through Scott Monk too, which is how Calico reached out to me.
Yeah, he's hung out with us for sure.
Yeah, Monk's amazing. He's such a beautiful soul, and like, yeah, I got to connect with him because of Merc and stuff. So really cool and appreciative of that. So yeah.
Being like a West Coast girl, my heart just it's such an amazing thing that first of all, that you guys are representatives for the West Coast Canadian music scene. I have nothing but pride for all the names that you mentioned, including yourself. I think I can stand saying like I'm really proud to be Canadian, and I'm really proud to see where the music scene is for sure. I wish that it was like elevated the same way the States come through. Like that's just the way that it always has been. And if that money comes through, then I couldn't think of a better group of dudes to like be part of that. So so you guys all have like a massive supporter and ally over here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Goes both ways.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And the other thing is like just like where it actually went, because I Hopes and Dreams in Vancouver Island, like they aren't necessarily always received, like
Yeah.
The East Coast kind of had more going on, with the music situation for like the longest time. They like had us beat out a little bit, and to see the sweat equity pay off, like, dude, Merc, I guess, is maybe like the bigger one, but everybody that you've just named, I think, are like, to me, are all like the same type of human beings. Like, and so I'm just like really stoked that that's what the industry looks like for us, and those are the people that represent the industry for us. I think it's just a really, really beautiful thing.
I agree. And it's funny, like, I mean, I'm actually from the East Coast originally. So
no shit.
Yeah, so but like I moved out here in 2018, and like I've always felt more home here, right? And like I have family here. But a lot of people talk about the East Coast and the music. Like I lived in Toronto for 3 years, and I didn't feel a single ember of spark of creative like community. And then I came out here, and it's like everyone's so open to like supporting each other, and like it feels way more of like a actual community here. There it's like you're clicked up with your WASP gang or whatever, and they're like, okay, you're with these people, and everyone's like has this weird gang mentality where they're like, fuck you, I'm gonna do my thing. And here they're like, oh, bring it in, brother. Like, I don't know.
So true. So
yeah,
true.
that's how it feels. It's like warm, open arms. And I fuck with that way more. So
I guess, yeah. So I guess what I'm talking about is like way back when the only people that were making any money in the industry was
Right.
the East Coast. And
Right.
that doesn't, I guess, necessarily mean that those people were from there. It just means like the only people that were kind of like actually doing things that were that we could see, because we didn't have YouTube back then, was
Right.
happening over on the East Coast. And I always felt like the industry wasn't putting a spotlight on Vancouver the way that it should have. Like,
Right.
I seen the sweat equity going into it. I seen these dudes out here doing Toys for Tot drives for the community. I seen these dudes out here selling their spray paint on canvas. I seen these dudes out here like making their teas and hustling. And so but I always thought that the money should be over here. I was like, this is where the hustle and the bustle is happening. Like, what's going on? But it's just not the way that it was for the longest time. Then then I don't even want to say, like, I don't want to say then Drake happened, but it's like then that just kind of like, shit. I like try not to bring this up. I just guess like there was such a weird thing happening in the music industry then, because no one could get around it. It was just like,
no, I mean, it's a very real thing. So
yeah, it's just like this piece of brick that was just sitting on top of it, and no one could get around it or whatever. And so we all just kind of sat and waited for a while and was like, okay, I guess this is what it is, or, you know, what do we do here and where do we go from here? And like, it was almost like to the point where like artists were going down to the States to go and make music or to be a part of stuff. I've seen a lot of people actually like Conrad Oldmoney, who was part of that scene back like with like Snack and stuff. He went that's where they went, or to Europe, because that's where there was things happening. And then you guys started like breaking back through. I mean, the guys that were there were still there and had kind of trudged through the storm and like stuck it out. I would assume some of them probably got day jobs, but we're in this like revolution almost, where it's like, holy shit, like things are happening. And these are this same comfortable artists that I knew back then, and now they're like making waves. I mean, they were always good, and I'm not even saying that. I'm just like, the industry finally is catching up, and they're starting to get the clout that they so deserve. And it's funny because if you talk to any of them, they'd be like, we're not here for the clout. What are you talking about? Because that's not even like on the forefront of why they're there. But
I was just gonna say, oh, sorry, continue.
No, but I was gonna say, but like as a as a bystander, I'm just like, where the fuck are their flowers? Where are these flowers, man? Like, why is no one like signing massive paychecks to these dudes? Like, they're out here, they've been here. And so it's just been nice to kind of see that, like, you know, it gets like shuffled around a little bit, and now we get to like be part of this reckoning that seems to be happening.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I was just gonna add to that point of like, you know, them saying like, oh, cloud isn't what I'm in it for. I mean, it's that passion will take you places. If it takes a long time, it'll get you there, because like I think I owe a lot of like the doors that have opened to like just me sticking to it. And like, I've seen people get deterred or like, you know, stop what they're doing because they didn't get like a paycheck, or you didn't get this or that. But like, if you love making music for the love of making music, things will happen. And like, I had moments where I doubted things too. And then like, even this year, like, I had a really, really, really fucking rough year. Like, one of the worst years of my life. Like, things just went down fucking hill. Hit the bottom of the rock bottom. And then my dad was helping me build my life back up. And then he was like, the first thing I did when I moved into this space was set up my music studio. And he had to talk with me. He's like, you need to put other things first. Like, and it was kind of shattering for me. And then, but then I was like, I can't I can't help but just do this, and like this is my safe space, and this is the medicine that'll help me through anything, and like this is the only thing that'll keep me sober. You know what I mean? So I just didn't fucking listen and just kept doing it. And then like in the last 3 months, like the opportunities that have been brought my way is like crazy. And my dad was like, I'm so proud of you. He's like, thank you for like not listening to me and just doing that. Cause like he's always been extremely supportive of my music. So like hearing those words from him to like, you know, put music aside was like put me for a spin. And like he only had the best intentions, but the fact that I just stuck through and like just kept making music. And it's not like if I even looked for anything. It was just like making music, doing my thing, and then like I have these feelers out there and I know all these people. So it was like for people to connect the dots, and then shout out Side Neck for connecting me with Dizzy, and like yeah, so like I'm grateful for all the people in my circle, and like I'm grateful for, you know, my family line giving me the gift of art, because who knows where I'd be without it.
Yeah. Well, Pops was looking out though, right? He's just like, holy shit, this kid's got to make some cash here pretty quick before shit hits.
Yeah.
It's like,
yes, that. But he was also like, he was like scared. Like if I went to LA, I'd die. Like he said that straight up, and I was like, you're probably fucking right.
Yeah.
You know,
what was going on? Like, do you mind me asking? Like, what was going on?
No, I'm an open book.
Yeah. I'm just, yeah.
I mean, alcohol's been a problem of mine for a long time, and then I dabbled with blow and like cocaine in you know, in my early 20s a bit, but then had like a really bad falling out with two of my best friends, my other podcast hosts. It really sucked because they were like my best friends. But it was like a big lesson for me, you know, like having to, you know, let go of people, because I've never had to do that before. So, but yeah, that like put me in a really bad headspace, and then I started drinking like crazy, and then quit this restaurant that I was working at, and then one of the people that worked there had blow, and then I would buy a little bit and a little bit more, and then I just like spiraled out of control, and like didn't work for like 4 months, and basically just drank and did blow like all day every day, and then totaled my car, wasted, left the scene, didn't get arrested, thankfully. And then like a month later, took my sister's car out and totaled that, and I got arrested and got a DUI. And then it was just like, okay, I need to fucking figure my life out, because it was Side Neck was like one of the first people actually that called me as like a brother, and was like, dude, you have so much to give, and you're just throwing it away. And he's like, you need to fucking figure it out. You either put yourself first, your health first, or you're just gonna, you know, end up in a shitty hole that no one's gonna even want to help you out of, because you're already draining everybody. So it was like I needed that slap, that wake up call, and like, I mean, I almost should have died on both car crashes. So like the fact that I'm here right now is crazy, and I need to like, I've thanked my dad for this is the second time now where I've had to use this place as a foundation to restart. So yeah, it was not good at all, but I'm also grateful for it. You know, I'm grateful that it happened, because then I probably wouldn't have changed, and I probably, yeah. So everything happens for a reason. You know.
Yeah. Well, and congratulations on like still being here, right? Because those situations don't always end like in a positive way. And so yeah, so like we're glad that you're like here with us. And dude, shout out to Side Neck for you know, being like, hey, we need to have a conversation about this, because that can be super uncomfortable. But you chose to like start taking steps for yourself, which is not easy to do. So I commend you for that, because not everybody wants to do that either, right? It's just like, you know, people can say what they want to say or do what they want to do, or, you know, call in the troops or whatever, but you still have to make the choice to like move forward and like choose yourself, and you deserve that. And so like massive shout out to Side Neck, but also massive shout out to you for like showing up for yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Massive
shout out to music, because
music
in the outlet, it's channeled all of that, and like I made some of the best music of my life coming out of all that, because then it was that the moment of like not that I was ever chasing really anything, because like I just love making music, but like kind of was, because you want to be successful with like your passion, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then that conversation with my dad saying like, put it aside. And it was like I didn't put it aside, but I put aside that expectation. And then it was like, oh, this is a clean slate. Like I've never had such a blank canvas before. And then like all the music I made after that was like raw, authentic, like not trying to write for anybody else, and just like no filter, just say how I feel and what I, without anything, any second thought. And then it was like, boom, like the most beautiful, like real music I've ever made. And it was like, that is just catapulted like into where I'm gonna go forward with music, and it's exciting as fuck. I love it.
Amazing. It's amazing that dropping your guard a little bit then allows you to be in a position to stop self-medicating. Like we hold
Totally.
on so tight to like what we're supposed to be and this identity and what we're supposed to be doing. And it's like we hold on so flippin' tight that we like forget to actually like live and enjoy like the fruits of our labors and enjoy our people, and like just like, oh, what do you mean? Like just like I'm doing this though, but I'm doing this like no. Fuck,
you just did a recap of my 2025
Oh, shoot.
No, it's so true.
Yeah. But then you get to like let go and like show. It was weird. I remember having the moment where I finally understood what all like the life coaches and all the people were like talking about. And they're like, no, it's actually not, it's not steps. It's not, meditation. It's not this, it's not that. It's like none of those things, but all of those things. But like it starts off like super small, and you're not even gonna notice it. And until like, and then you look back and be like, holy shit, I actually am like enjoying myself.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you can feel lost in it too. Like, I mean, I think that's the perfect way of putting it, because it's like an accumulation of little things. And then like, I think it's super important to take things one day at a time. Because if you give yourself all these like, okay, I need to change my life, and like this is everything I need to do, that's so daunting that it can just make you turn right back to the same bullshit. So if you pick like one little thing at a time, like there'll be like a year later, you might look back and be like, whoa, okay, I did change a whole lot of myself. And then you can like actually learn to appreciate it and be like, pat yourself on the back a little bit, because it's hard to do. It's really hard to do.
My instructor said something really interesting to me today, which I appreciated. And she said, if your goal is to make your bed every day, right? Because that's like a lot of people's goals. Like, super important, super important. It sounds so silly, but super important. She said, don't worry about what it looks like, but just start with pulling your sheets up. Yeah. And I was like, no kidding. Yeah. And that actually is like what got her sober. I mean, she uses that as a metaphor, but like that is like the thing that she did. I talk about my cup of water. Like I grab my cup, I choose my cup, I pour my water, I go outside, I drink my cup of water. And when I'm outside, I have a moment to myself. And then that turned into 5 minutes, turned into 10 minutes, turned into, months. At this point now, I'm just like still choosing myself. But it's wild how like these like little things that seem so insignificant or almost even like silly to share, because they're like, oh, how'd you get better? And I'm just like, oh, I fucking poured a glass of water. Like, or I made my bed. Like, don't you know the secret?
You know about the water trick? But no, it is true. And like that was a big thing for me, was making my bed. Huge thing for me, like, and then that honestly like sparked me making my like spaces my spaces, and I had never done that till like almost 2 years ago. And then I was like, oh my god, like I'm an artist, why the fuck don't I make a place that looks like, I was such a boy before, where I was just like, fuck it, like cardboard box, it's a nice table to me. But then it like totally changed my perspective on things. And then like, I mean, you can't see my studio setup here, but like plants, like a nice color scheme, and like it makes like a warm environment that's like feels safe, and like you don't want to tarnish that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I do know what you mean. I do. And then also people value, like, so when you do that, not only do you get to enjoy that space, and it's what you need to take on this world that we're living in. Like you need to start in like a clean space, in the sense like, with the clutter and the things and the I'm like, oh my gosh, like even my kids' toys are all like faded pastels, and I don't mean it to be disrespectful towards like their experience. I'm just like, no, I need a space that doesn't feel loud. We're loud. Music's
Yeah.
always playing. We're already
Yeah,
loud. The
yeah,
space doesn't need to be loud. It can be, inviting and relaxed. Doesn't need to be like chaotic. We as humans are
yeah.
so chaotic. Doesn't need to be like that, right? But like to have that, then it just seeps into everything we do. 'Cause
Totally.
when you go into other people's spaces and you're just like, and then they're like, okay, cool. This human's
Yeah.
cool. Like we can just together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, totally. It's like it's an energy that you're putting out,
mhm,
and then you're
yeah.
more receptive to it because, like, I agree, like what you said. I've gone into other spaces where like I wouldn't have been phased before, but then I'm like, oh, I feel uncomfortable, or the opposite, where I'm like, oh, this is really welcoming, and I know why now.
Mhm.
Quick shout out to Scott Monk. Love you, brother.
Yeah.
I was just talking you up, man. Thank you for being here, dude. But to that point too, like shout out my mom because like she has the perfect, combination of all those things in our house, like the house I grew up in, and it's like she loves collecting. She's not like a crazy collector where it's like a bunch of teacups or something like that, but like she puts value in things, and then she has so much, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. It feels so warm and so homey, and like there's art everywhere and like little pieces of her life everywhere, but it's all displayed nicely, and it feels like nothing's too perfect. Nothing's like screaming in your face. And she also has music playing all the time, so huge credit to her for that too, because it's huge. Like when you're walking in, it's got some nice like I don't know, like a lo-fi beat or something, and like candle lights, and like it's like a warm atmosphere, and like that. It translates into your everyday life for sure.
Buddy, we got chill lounge like on the regular, like not the actual, but
Yeah.
like the vibe, because
Mm-hmm.
we got too many kids, too many things, too much job, too much. Oh my god, just stuff, like just things, just people, just appointments. Like I don't have the mental capacity to then also listen to the news or also listen to like 20 hours of The Simpsons or like. I mean, shout
Yeah.
out to The Simpsons, but you know what I'm saying? Like I can't listen to like a TV show in that space. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like you just, a couple of plants and a little, I don't know. My kids fight over like being the DJ for our Sunday dinners. It's like an
Yeah,
honor
that's
at this
sweet.
point, and we like
Yeah.
dig it. Like I'm just like, oh shit. Cause like,
Yeah.
my son brings some wild things, but it creates so much crazy
Yeah.
conversation. And like
Yeah.
we've had some fun moments, and the neighborhood kids all feel super comfortable here. They all come in, kick their shoes off. I get like Mother's
Yeah.
Day gifts and things like that. Actually I found this on my this is from one of the neighborhood kids.
No
Shout out
way.
to
What?
yeah, shout out to Ari
That's
for
sick.
leaving some artwork. Like
Yo, let's
yeah,
go. I
yeah.
love
It's like,
that.
what?
That's so
Amazing,
sick.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, you know what? Come in and eat, and like I don't wanna have to concern myself with like your comfort. Like kick your shoes
Yeah.
off and grab a
Mm-hmm.
throw blanket, and we're all in here to do the same thing, which is just live. And
Absolutely.
so
Damn,
yeah.
I want to come over for fucking dinner.
Anytime, the
It
door is
sounds
wide
so
open.
comfortable.
Yeah,
Hell
the door is
yeah.
wide open. It's
Oh,
crazy
that's
too, though. So
awesome.
like my son, he thinks he's real clever. So he'll play things that are like Hitler's like army music or whatever, like shit that like
That's
gets like Hitler
crazy.
jazz or whatever. But like then,
Yeah.
so he like did it when there was like this big family dinner. We had like my grandma was there, so his great grandma was
Right.
there.
Right.
And she comes back with like Sink the Bismarck by Johnny Horton. So she plays that shit. And like
Yeah.
he's just like, oh, what the heck, grandma? Right. And then all of a sudden they're on this like huge tangent over like music. And she's like,
Yeah.
you think,
Yeah.
you think you're disrupting it because you play this? Like, but I was alive during that war. Like it's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
like it's like, yeah, that's what
That's
it's for.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Conversation.
Yeah. The beauty.
Yeah.
The
Oh, that's
beauty
amazing.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You caught me off guard with the Hitler thing when I was like, you got a point here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah.
I'm kidding. That's hilarious though. That's so funny. Your kid sounds like he's super smart.
He's wild. Yeah, he is
Yeah.
super. I don't know why I've been talking about him so much. I don't usually, but he's in this like weird. He's not weird. I shouldn't say that. He's part of two basketball teams right now, and so
Whoa.
the energy has shifted a little bit in the space where like it's a little bit more focused on him than maybe like some, like he had like, you know, one game, then 3 games, then another game like the next morning. And so he's just kind of like on the forefront of my mind, because we've just been
no
like
doubt
in the basketball.
That sounds like a lot.
Kids are cool, dude. Take your time.
Kids are cool.
But kids are cool.
Yes. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. I appreciate your company so much. As soon as
you as well.
As soon as I sat down today, I was just like, who the heck? I felt like I already knew you because I got the privilege of listening to music before I showed up tonight. But you come through even cooler than your music, which is pretty fucking hard to do, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So thank you for hanging out with us tonight and like bringing all the vibes and the stories.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, I just want everyone in the comments to know that if you guys are struggling or you need some support, you can totally reach out. We have our beautiful volunteers are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can text in or you can call. Our warm line is 250-289-3948. If you let us know your city or area, we can check out the resources in there, and then we'll pop them into the comments. So when you do leave the conversation alive and well, you'll know where to go from there. And of course, we'll keep in contact. #988 is the suicide prevention line. It's tell everybody. Tell everybody. We have it. Yeah, totally. It's free. You can call it whenever you want. I called it to make sure I wasn't sending people to like the abyss. So if you're feeling that way, or if somebody is talking about like suicide, suicidal ideation or suicide talk, all you have to do is say like, hey, are you thinking about killing yourself? Are you thinking about harming yourself? Are you thinking about suicide? And if the answer is yes, then go ahead and call that number, call 911. Don't hesitate on your friends and don't hesitate on yourself. If that's what's happening in that space, then what's the harm in taking it to the extreme for safety? There isn't, we're losing too many people, too many men, and specifically too many blue-collared men. Our beautiful Canada relies on the blue-collar dudes. It's the backbone of our society. You guys ultimately pay our bills out here, and give us this land that we love so much. And so if you or your homie or your buddy or your brother, your dad, or whatever, and girls are included, I'm just preaching to the dudes like usual. Reach out, let us know. It's no problem. Doesn't matter. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's 250-289-3948. Our wonderful volunteers are certified community helpers, and considered a privilege and an honor to take your calls. So that's that portion of it. Wow. Calico. Yeah.
I just want to say like how important what you're doing is, and like just hearing you talk about it, and feel how real it is, because it's unbelievably real. And like the fact that you are hosting this and have brought it to where it is right now is incredible, and I can't wait to see where it goes, because I think this is such a beautiful and important thing. So thank you, and thank you to your whole team. Thank you.
No, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. It wouldn't work without amazing artists like yourself. And so to be able to highlight you guys and what you do for yourselves, but also what you do for our culture and community is massive. You guys have this skill that you unapologetically allow us to be a part of. And like we talked about in today's episode, it changes the space and it changes the atmosphere, and it's so fundamental to what we need to thrive as a society, that I don't take my duty to this idea lightly, but it wouldn't work without you guys. So thank you for showing up and hanging out and donating your time tonight. Like I told you earlier, we don't take it lightly. We consider it cash donation. Everything that happens here tonight, whether it be stars or shared content or whatever, all of that money goes back into our scholarship. We hand it out once a year. This will be our second year. DJ Line was our first Pinecase scholarship recipient. We got him a piece of equipment. He went on to do a bunch of festivals and is like, an 11-year-old DJ, like doing it. Cool. So yeah, we're super, super stoked to have, to be able to invite another one to come and partake in our scholarship. So yeah, thank you so much for participating in tonight's episode. It's the honor and privilege is all ours.
Hey, honestly, I would love to come back. I don't know if you do returning guests, but I would love to come back. I feel like we have so much more to talk about. So yeah. Also, I'm saying it right here, my first big paycheck, I'm gonna give you guys like a really nice donation. I would love to do that. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, of course.
Dude,
all that money's going to a good place, and like this is I think it's really important. So I'd love to do that. I mean, I don't know how soon that's gonna happen, but that's something I really want to do from the bottom of my heart. So yeah.
Wow, that's I'm so flattered. And honestly, like I said, I'm like, we are your big, like we are massive cheerleaders. Like we just want you guys to succeed. And honestly, this industry needs to like switch itself around a little bit because, you know, they should be making it rain all over the place. No one's going to be waiting for your paycheck, but I do appreciate you even just saying that. That's so massive.
Course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
My God. Yeah. Well, you know, here's the thing though. Like, first of all, the door is wide open and we do got a lot more to cover because we like skimmed over a couple of things real quick.
Yeah.
But also like, you're always welcome. You know, when we say Sunday dinner, like the door is wide open, and whether it's, you know, half a cow or a couple of cans of like old no name noodle soup, like the, you know, the door is open. Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for hanging out in the comment section. I've seen some really amazing, amazing supportive people out there. I've seen your comments. You guys, whether you have one day or a bunch of days, like keep at it, keep safe and keep strong. There's so many cool places out there right now. We're going to start doing our groups. I don't really want to talk about it right now because we don't have any dates locked in, but keep doing whatever it is that you need to be doing for yourself. And also like come and hang out with us if you need it. You know, we always got the tunes and the cool artists that are up and coming. So I don't know. I'm just like full of all the love right now. I'm like, I don't even know what my what do I normally say on a Tuesday?
Oh no, this has been awesome. This has been awesome.
Yeah, no. Calico, get him back in the calendar. Would you mind? Thanks.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm serious. Yeah, let's run it up.
Yeah. Well, actually, while we're talking about her, a massive shout out to Calico too. You know what?
Huge shout out.
Yeah, dude. Calico, now I know the story of how this happened. We got to talk. I'm like so thrilled that was even like the experience that you had leading.
I don't even think she knows that. Or maybe
maybe not. Yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that she's out there just like in it, in people's business. Like, hey, you want to come and hang out? Yeah. She is, dude. Oh my God. I seen her files in the back. Like, I'm like a flail. Right? I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'll be there. Like, I'll show up. I'll be there. And like all of her like files are all like nicely organized, date backwards with everybody's name. She got all you guys like EPKs in places. I know where all my links are. It's like, yeah, she's deadly.
That's awesome.
Very deadly. Yeah. All right, you guys, take care of each other, stay safe, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Bye. Absolutely. Much love.
Please stay strong. The further you take my rights away, I'ma run to it, refuse to hear my voice. Speak loud when I spit it, but you don't get it. You just wanna be a side critic. See somebody else showing hate in the side of the road with it. Now how would you feel standing on the sideline and watch the color of a nation deteriorate over time? The flag real high, but compassion 6 feet below. Now you're searching for that justice that decided to never show. Deny my place and back with a trace. Keep up the pace, tight lace, game face. Get back in the race. Whatever they did could never be undone. Every dark night ends with the rising of the sun. Squandered every wealth that's built from the mud. Squandered every wealth that's built from the blood. Squandered every wealth that's built in chains. Stolen from the ancestors running through my veins. With the strength of 1,000 lion and the strength of 1,000 giant. Please stay strong. Please stay strong. With the strength of 1,000 elephant and the strength of 1,000 tiger, we stay strong. We stay strong. We stay strong. I can see, run to the light at the end of the tunnel winner. We stay strong. I can't breathe. We're gonna get oxygen without the justice system. We stay strong. And I know, gotta keep my head together. We stay strong. Don't doubt me, please don't doubt me. We stay strong. Tell me how can we be strong if we still shooting? Tell me how can we be strong if we still looting? Tell me how can we be strong if we still hating? Please tell me now.